perspective, I think it actually depends on the types of weathers and the conditions of the places where you live. For instance, as I mentioned before, I currently living in Lingbing City, a place that actually have four seasons: spring, summer, autumn, and winter. And during summer times, as I can see, Vietnamese people they prefer to wear light clothes with such light materials like cotton and something that make them feel comfortable like dress, short jeans, trousers, or like t-shirt or maybe a shirt. At least it makes them feel cool, refreshing, and they have been like prevent themselves from having heart stroke. And besides, in winter, it also times that people actually have a chance to wear the thick clothes and hang out with my friends that much because in winter it is actually a very special times which close Vietnamese Lunar New Year, and I think they prefer to wear the cozy clothes because it helps them to prevent from getting sick and some of the other serious conditions. Next is how weather influence people's life. Next is what how does weather influence people's life? So from what I've seen, like weather actually have various influence on people's life, especially on their physically and mentally health well-being. So for example, as a mental health person, I can see that when like different types of weather actually has a huge impacts on me, both positively and negatively. Like sometimes when it comes to summer, I think I have feel such a positive energy because I have a chance to hang out with my friends. I have a chance to like become involved in such a community activities, and I have become such a quite um, interesting and exciting person. And but when it comes to such a rainy seasons or maybe like winter, I can become such a sentimental person because I don't have much time to spend out with for the outdoor activities, and besides I also have a chance to focus on my mental health well-being, and I have been quite depressed and kind of sensitive. Oh my god. Well, what are people's opinions on weather forecast? I think people's opinions in weather forecast actually and also especially in Vietnam, like every time you go and hang out and stuff, you can see lots of individuals complain about the weather's outside. It can be like hot, having such a heat wave makes them feel like they're gonna have such a heat stroke, or maybe those bitterly moments in winter for some special occasions. I think they will have such a huge reliance on the weather forecast because I think it actually becomes our daily routines for each Vietnamese people because every time they wake up, they usually listen to it, or maybe sometimes they have asked their parents or any close friends about the conditions of the weather so they have prepared some things that they can wear that will relate to the weather. Next is, are there any festival about the seasons? Well, based on some of my experiences and also my knowledge, I'm not sure that there's actually any festival about the seasons in Vietnam, but I think talks about it. Maybe it can be like Vietnamese Lunar New Year because it actually happens during in the winter times as well as spring, and is a special occasions for each Vietnamese people to have a chance to gather together with their family members and celebrate such a meaning.